We start with $56 million. That's the projected budget shortfall one school district is facing tonight. And now it has some very difficult decisions to make.
Yes, some huge decisions to make. So how did all of this happen? Well, we've covered all the issues about the Fulton County taxes and the millage rates the district says is the result of all of this. Now comes the budget cuts, significant ones, and it's not clear if everyone's job will be safe. 11 Live Joe Hinkey's in the newsroom. And Joe, what is the timeline for making cuts here?
We're on the Board of Education votes on next school year's budget in June, and numbers right now show the Fulton County School District could use millions of dollars from what is called a fund balance to cover more than half of this gap, but the district is still trying to decide where it will need to make cuts to save $20 million. Fulton County School District documents published this week show a projected budget gap between $44 and $56 million for next school year. The district's finance department presented several recommendations before the school board Tuesday, including using $38 million from a fund balance to cover part of the gap. The goal is to cut $20 million additional dollars from next year's budget to cover the rest of the difference, including taking nearly $7 million out of the central office's budget. It was not mentioned how the money will be saved or if layoffs are being considered.
Cabinet is working on the details to bring forth in the coming months. Meanwhile, we have developed the recommendation for the school allotment changes.
Another $8.5 million could be cut by decreasing spending per student by 15% or $27, increasing middle and high school remedial class size from 20 students for every one teacher to 23 students per teacher. The district would restructure two alternative learning schools, Independence High and McLaren High, and a so-called instructional reserve fund used for unforeseen school year expenses would be reduced by 25%. Also, the district's funding of English as a second language programming would drop by 75% or $1 million, but this would not impact federal funding for the program.
We've noticed that schools have shown an inability to spend their total allotment as prescribed.
So what led to the shortfall of $44 to $56 million? The district points to a 3% cap on Fulton County property tax increases after voters approved a ballot item in November, as well as a reduction in millage rate and a decrease in state quality basic education funding. And all of those cuts right now are simply proposals. To offset some of those cuts, current recommendations would allow principals to carry over unused funds from this school year to next year at a higher rate than the district has allowed in the past. We did reach out to the district's offices today with specific questions about the budget shortfall and to ask how this might impact jobs, but so far we have not heard back with any answers. Ron.
All right, Joe.